Hello and welcome to On the Sofa with me, Colson.
Me, Jack.
Me, Ben.
On the Sofa is the podcast where the three of us from the world of film and TV sit down on the sofa to chat all about film and TV and our lives in between. Extra special episode today for Friday because we are joined in studio by a TV legend. 60 years in the entertainment industry. A comedian, an actor, a singer, a rapper. The list goes on and on. We've seen him on screen. I don't think there is a role that I've not seen this man play. I've seen him play a policeman, a bus driver, an engineer, a road worker, absolutely everything. It is one of my childhood heroes, and I'm delighted to welcome onto the sofa Mr. Paul Chuckle.
Oh dear. How do you follow that? It's great to be here, guys. Long-time Coronation Street fan.
Yeah.
And you feel like your mates, already.
Yeah.
It's so great to have you on, and we discussed this, the three of us, and basically, so we have a feature on the show called Commission Impossible, which is where we come up with a TV show, and obviously we came up with one, and one of the names that Ben plucked out was let's get Paul Chuckle on it.
Yes.
And then we thought, do you know who would be great to have on the podcast? Someone who's had such a mint career and a career that has affected all three of our childhoods.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy. And that's something that we're going to chat so much about today, of how literally the British society, every single person has had the Chuckle brothers in their childhood. So the first question that I've got for you before we get into it all is, when was the first time someone shouted to me to you? Like, when was the first time that ever happened?
Honestly, I'm sure you won't believe this, but we were doing our very first series. We were doing summer season in Blackpool at the Tower Circus. We were running clowns. It was good fun. It was an experience. But we were doing the 7:15 show at night, finish at 9:15, straight in the car, drive to Manchester, and up at 7 o'clock to film in the studios on Oxford Road, BBC.
Wow.
The first series of Chuckle Vision. And we did that 5 days a week for about 7-8 weeks, and finish at midday and drive back to do a matinee at 2:15. You know, it was hard work.
Tight.
Oh, very tight and very tiring, but well worth it. And I think it was straight on the Saturday. Recorded it during the week, and it was on Saturday. And we were walking into the theatre, into the Tower Circus one day, and there was a building site, and it was even about 3 weeks it had been on, and we suddenly heard these guys shout, "To me! To me!" And we looked up, and we were, oh, hi, and waved to them. They're going, to you, to me, to you. And we thought, where'd they get that from? Because we hadn't set it as a
gag
yeah.
thing. Yeah.
It was just a thing we always did. Barry and I, if we went to summer season, we'd go into a flat for the summer. And I was fine. I'd just lay down and said, "Do you want the telly on?" or whatever. But Barry would say, "This is wrong. It's like Fen Shu, whatever you call it." He'd say, that shouldn't be there, and that should be here, and this should be over there. I would have to move the table over there and the settee round here. And natural thing we always did, whenever we moved anything, was like, right, to me, to you, to me, to you, over there. That'll do, steady, there. No, go on, back to you then. A bit like that.
And I don't think anyone now can move furniture without doing it.
No,
if you
Serves
do
them
something
right.
in your house, it's to me, to you, isn't it?
Interesting, isn't it? That so much of that is natural to you, was natural to you,
me.
and then came out, to you, to me. But then came out of that. There's something quite interesting that people get from you or got from our childhood. It was naturally you, not put on.
No, it wasn't.
Not manufactured.
Which is the thing, it never was, I said we did it naturally when we were filming a scene. We were moving stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
And we just moved it and didn't realise we'd actually said it, but it was recorded.
And it wasn't meant as a gag, and
So
then it stuck.
Your start was on stage, would you say?
Oh, yeah, 1963. June 1963 was our first date, the Edinburgh Palladium.
And your family have always been in this industry, correct?
Yeah, all I wanted to do ever was play football.
Okay.
I was
For Rotherham United?
Well, anybody.
Anyone would have had it.
Anyone would have-
Yeah.
So I wanted to be a spy and them to always laugh at me for that.
Nothing wrong with being a spy.
Could have done
might
it.
still be, you don't know. No, but I played for all the school teams right from being 10 years old. Played for Rotherham boys when I was 14 years old. And second game I played, I got injured. And I got a bad injury. I still carry it today. big swollen water on that leg. It's like a sort of lymphedema
Okay.
type thing. It weighs a ton. So running wise, forget it. So my professional career would be down the swamp.
Gone.
But 8 of our team turned professional footballers.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, played for all sorts of teams. And I was one of the team. We were unbeaten. We beat everybody. Wherever we played, we were winning 10-0, 13-1. Great side we had.
So you pivoted from wanting to be a footballer to becoming injured to having to find comedy.
A year later, I was leaving school, and Barry was already a comedian. He'd done a year with a band called Singing Scholars, which is like the old days boy band.
Yeah.
And then he'd got a job at British Oxygen Company. I'm allowed to say that.
Yeah.
And he was working in an office there and doing clubs in the evening now and again when he could get jobs. And then when I got injured, he said, well, join me. We'll do a double act like our elder brothers with the Patton brothers. And that's something to do, I suppose.
Yeah.
And he's gone from there. We got our first gig was at the Palladium Edinburgh with a singer called Dorothy Squires, who was huge in those days.
Would you say your act was formed sort of on the road?
More or less, yeah.
You formed it as you went? Because, obviously your brothers.
Everything.
Yeah.
You builds and builds and builds. I mean, when the first date we did, we would just sing and dance.
Was it just,
tap dance.
So what, no comedy or visual gags in that?
Not at all. Because back in those days, they wouldn't listen to comedy from an 18 and a 15-year-old.
Okay, yeah.
It's different now. They think, young comics are quite funny. But back then, unless you were over 40, what do they know about life?
Yeah.
And what were you called at this point?
The Harmon brothers.
The Harmon brothers.
The reason being for that is that my dad was called Gene Patton.
Yeah.
Because his uncle was the only person in show business that he knew was a magician, and he was something Patton. He called his surname was Patton. So Dad didn't want to be Jimmy Elliott, which is his real name. He used Patton, and he called himself Gene Patton, Gene, Gene Patton. And then when Jim and Brian started as a double act, they became the Patton brothers. Well, we couldn't do that because
your older brothers had taken it, yeah.
So we used Mum's maiden name, which was Harmon, and became the Harmon brothers. We didn't do a lot as the Harmon brothers, except here in Manchester, the old ABC studios.
Yeah.
In Manchester, we did Opportunity Knocks in 1967.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. 1967.
Colson won't know what Opportunity
not a clue,
It was
Green,
massive. Opportunity Knocks was massive. A chance for young, like almost from the clubs or a young act.
That was it.
Like
to get
live
on
at
telly.
the Apollo?
No, it was more like a bit like you do now, like The Voice or
Talent
X
show.
Factor
Okay.
talent
Yeah,
show.
Britain's-
But
yeah.
Britain's Got
you
Talent.
sort of voted.
It was
that
massive.
It was massive.
And it was amateurs or professionals.
Yes.
Could join
Okay.
that one. And we won that and thought, this is it.
We won it straight in.
But at the time, actually, in that time, if you won Opportunity Knocks,
That's
it
massive.
was something.
But you came back, and if you went out the next week,
Oh yes,
then it wasn't so good.
What do you mean?
Yeah.
So what?
You had to reigning champ.
The winner had to come back and perform again the following week.
Oh.
And Minor Hall and Bill Dixon came on, singing act, man and
Yeah.
wife. And the first thing they said to us, it's nice this, isn't it? Being, well, it's great stuff, great show.
Yeah.
They said, we've got a 9-week contract. And went,
Oh.
we thought, hello. That's the first time we knew these game shows.
That's
are not
worked out how it
kosher.
works.
They're not kosher. It's not all down
Right.
to
Yeah.
the votes at home.
The first time you learnt the industry, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we got a few working men's clubs for a couple of months that we
Yeah.
through it. And then we're back to square one. Then we changed our names to Paul and Barry Harmon. We thought that sounds more catchy.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we did New Faces in 1974.
New Face is big. You won't know
That
this
was
massive.
What's New Faces?
It was same again. It was a talent show.
Okay.
But it was just for professionals only. And
But some old faces could come on it.
well, no, there was.
Well, you've already been on Opportunity Knocks.
No, but don't say that. Don't look too
Right.
deeply. He's a new face now.
All right.
Yeah, we'd been in the business 11 years.
But it was a bit like that, wasn't it? You'd come out of like doing theatre or the clubs or whatever.
Yeah.
You hadn't been on telly.
Okay.
This is the new face. You do your act.
Yeah.
But it was a big show because there weren't at that
Massive.
time. You're all 3 channels.
Yes, only three then.
Only three?
Yeah, there was only 4 channels when ChuckleVision started. Which
Yeah.
which is
Wow.
brilliant.
So there's 3 channels. The Beeb wouldn't have really a show like that.
No.
So
So
what
it's
was
ITV.
Opportunity Knocks and
ITV.
New Faces? Were they both ITV shows, were they?
Up Knox was, high TV. They were
Yeah.
both ITV, yeah.
Yeah.
There was a guy called Mickey Most who thought we were absolutely brilliant, which was fabulous.
Yeah.
And at the end of it, it's you're a star, superstar, lame suit and a new guitar. And you know that you'll go far because you're a star. That's the music and the
Yeah,
singing.
yeah.
We had walked down in front of everybody and everybody was clapping us and the audience were cheering. And a few years later, several years later, we were doing Pantomime in Plymouth. And the producer from the time we were on it came to see us backstage and he brought me the score sheet they'd got in the
The
gallery.
judges have they? Wow.
There's in the gallery. They used to mark everybody off what they thought in the gallery.
Ah.
And the Naden brothers were on just before us. There was a singing act, great harmony group.
Yeah.
But when they actually performed, because it's live,
Mm.
they were way off key. How it happened, I don't know. But the key was there and they were singing there. And it sounded awful. Yet they were brilliant at rehearsals.
Yeah.
And they'd marked them down as 100%. You know, they were 100.
Wow.
And then we were on after them and they put 101.
Yes.
And he said, he said, we couldn't believe the amount of votes you got
Wow.
through the telephone and the letters. He said it more than anybody they'd ever had on New Faces. Which
So
was brilliant.
in the 80s, we've kind of got you both going around doing the talent shows, doing the clubs. How do we go from that to rebranding as the Chuckle Brothers? And how do we go from becoming the Chuckle Brothers to then becoming the Chuckle Vision?
ChuckleVision.
You tell me.
Yeah.
No, we went again for about 6 months. We were quite big.
On the back of New Faces.
New Faces. We actually got beat in because there's a show, you win it, then you go to the winners show, and then there's the all winners show, which is at the Palladium.
Okay.
We didn't get that far. So again, 6 months or so, we were fine. We got summer season in Jersey. That was a fabulous summer, 6 months in Jersey. And by the time we got back, people had forgotten who we were. So we're back to square one.
You had to do it again, waiting
We
for the
still-
next talent show to
Yeah.
come along.
Yeah.
No, we still did lots of TVs in between them all. We did 3-2-1 and The Good Old Days, and all shows like that.
Mm.
We got lots of those. And then we changed our name again. We thought, yeah, we've got to change the name. And we came up with Chuckle Brothers. We were thinking about the Laugh Brothers, and then we thought, well, it could be false advertising if we go on and they want to get chuckles, you know. So we call ourselves a Chuckle.
Chuckles are easier to get than laughs, so the
They
Chuckle
are, yeah,
Brothers were
exactly.
born.
Yeah.
And then from the day of the Chuckle Brothers being born, when did we get, how does a sketch show like Chuckle Vision come? And how do you go from talent show circuits to kids TV? Like, who was it who decided that was a kids TV
Well,
act?
when we won, first of all, the Opportunity Knocks, 67, because we've been trying to get Pantomime, because we grew up in the business, watching Panto, Dad in Panto, the brothers in Panto. We couldn't get them, because every time you asked for a job, they'd say, well, what have you done before?
Right.
And I said, well, no, this is our first one. They said, well, when you do one, let us know, and we'll come and see you. It's like a vicious circus. It's great.
Yeah. Still is now.
Yeah. Then we won Up Knox, and we got an offer to do 3-week pantomime in Malvern, Worcestershire. I thought, we're in our first pantomime, and I've just completed now my 59th straight pantomime.
Have you?
Wow. Jack's got
So
a
have you
panto
d-
question for
yeah.
you, actually.
We first met at a panto. I don't know if you remember. It was the Bradford Alhambra. I think it was around 2000. So it's when I first started Corrie.
It was 99, 2000.
Was it?
It was the Millennium Year.
Yeah. So Lisa Riley, you were doing
Lisa
a
was in it,
panto with, and my sister was one of the sunbeams
All right.
in the panto. It was Dick Whittington
Yeah.
was the panto.
So she should have known my sons because they used to be in
Because
their
they
dressing
were
room all the
there,
time.
weren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I do remember that. So I used to just go along with my mum because my mum was chaperoning. And I remember meeting you both in the wings, and both of you were really polite to all the kids, that were there. And I remember my sister having a great experience on that panto because that had been her first time sort of on a stage, and the stage Alhambra. It's
Big
it's
theatre.
massive, big theatre.
Good
Big
panto
theatre.
as well.
But yeah. Yeah, it was
Was
great.
Billy Pearce there then, or was that before Billy
I
Pearce's
know,
time?
that's before Billy.
Yeah,
Before,
you were the gag man.
Yeah,
we were the top.
Yeah,
we were top of the
I
bill.
like. And then this year, you've just done Panto with Sue Cleaver
I have, yeah.
in Hull.
I have.
How was that? Good fun?
It was all right, yeah. We stayed in the same apartment block as well. And she used to knock on the door and say, "You ready to go?" And say, "Well, okay, go and get your car." We drive down. Yeah, yeah. It was
So
lovely.
since that time, you haven't had a year off from Panto.
No. We did.
Every year?
We did, because the worst part of pantomime is you do 2 shows on Christmas Eve and 2 shows on Boxing Day.
Yeah.
You've only got the day of Christmas Day.
Day
and
off.
So you can't let yourself go because you've got a battery to do on Boxing Day. And same with New Year's Eve, New Year's Day off. So 3 years, Barry and I put our own tour on. We started like the end of November and worked through to the 22nd of December, doing one-nighters in theatres around the country that weren't doing a big panto. And we actually made more money than we were doing panto.
And you got a better break.
Yeah, the first time we did it, me and Sue and took the 2 youngest kids on a cruise over Christmas and New Year.
Nice.
That was very, very nice. What a great Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clever thinking.
We did 3 years of that. I think we did Ebenezer Scrooge, I was in one, which was Christmas Chuckle.
How did you come up with
What I love is you've got to find the chuckle in there somewhere.
Right.
haven't you? You've got to fit it in.
Yes, get it in
That's
somewhere.
very good.
Then we did 12 days of
Chuckle.
Yeah.
Chuckle.
Chuckle the Halls?
And then one didn't. Well, no, the last one was Aladdin. We did Aladdin.
you
Oh,
couldn't,
just
you couldn't get it in anywhere.
No.
But then Kudos gave us an offer we couldn't refuse, money
To go and do panto for them.
pantomime again, and so we're back to the grindstone.
Yeah.
You got
So
your stock
59.
up though for
Yeah.
kudos and got
Oh, yeah,
yourselves
yeah.
back in.
Yeah.
On ChuckleVision, I know. I mean, there's a bit of an ongoing joke on this show about Ben's age, so I don't quite know where it fits into your childhood. But I know for me it was an absolute staple, and I know for Jack it was. One of the things I remember so vividly was sometimes you would have the most random famous guests on. I remember Frank Bruno was on once, wasn't
Frank,
he?
yeah, Frank.
How was that? And could you ever see him being a comedian?
Well, it was great. It's because we did the Children's Royal Variety performance
Yeah.
in London, and Big Frank was standing beside me on the finale, meeting Princess Margaret as she walked along, and we were just chatting, and we said, and he said, "Oh, I like Chuckle Vision sort of thing. Yeah, I watch it." And they said, "Oh, would you fancy doing one?" "Oh, yeah, I'd love to." And all these people that came on, they all said it gave them such street cred with their kids,
Yeah.
what have you.
So just quickly, what was the process? You wrote it all?
No, the first series,
Yeah.
we probably wrote 3 or 4.
Okay. So
and
the BBC needed a new kids' TV show, and they tried you out, or
I don't think they knew
Okay.
they needed it. No, we were asked to do a tour with Ward Allen.
Yeah.
I called Ward Allen and Roger the Dog. He had a
Oh
great-
yeah.
Do
Yeah.
you remember Ward
Yeah,
Allen, Roger the
yeah.
Dog show? The Roger the Dog show, children's TV. And we said, well, we've never worked to kids.
Yeah.
We don't do kids shows. And they said, well, you do pantomime with you, do little
Yeah.
bits that you do in the pantomime and compare the show. We said, well, it's 3 weeks over Easter.
Yeah.
It's work, in
Yeah.
theatres rather than clubs.
Yeah.
So we said, yeah, we'd do it. And we did it. And we got to Ashton-under-Lyne.
Yeah.
Yeah,
road
just
here.
up the road.
Big theatre, almost 1,000-seater, I believe it is. 28 people in at 2:30 matinee.
Ooh, tough
That's
crowd.
tough crowd.
Tough crowd. Not many chuckles there.
The visual gags
Not
were.
me and Barry stand at the side of the stage looking through the curtain. This shouldn't be allowed. Equity shouldn't be allow this, that you have to go on 2 of us against 28.
Yeah.
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 And like 16 or 17 of those were kids. The rest
Yeah.
were mums.
Teachers,
Yeah. About 11 mums out there.
But how did it go down?
Just down the steps, it was easy. No, we said, look, let's do what we've always done, what Dad always told us, give 100%,
Regardless
whatever you
of the
do.
audience, yeah.
Yeah, because it's not their fault there's only 28 in.
Yeah.
They've paid
It's
the same
yours.
money as I would have hated it if we were top of the bill then. With 28. But so, we went out and we just enjoyed ourselves, just relaxed and
Yeah.
messed like it was a little party. And Barry kept going down the step, running down the steps and sitting down in the front row with them. And I'm saying, get back up here. And he said, it's better down here than it is up there. Am I staying here? And I said, no, we were just completely enjoying ourselves. What we didn't know, that the producer and director of the Roger the Dog Show, BBC, was sitting at the back.
So in your audience of 28, there was 2 very important people.
Yeah, but which couldn't see because we were right at the back. But we might have known because it's Ashton's Manchester, isn't it?
Yeah, Kids TV, BBC.
He records it. He was recording it at BBC Manchester. Should have known that it'd be there, but we weren't well into TV in those days. Yeah, we just done our bits and pieces like Hot Knocks and New Faces. And things. So anyway, we got a phone call the next day asking us would like to come over for lunch. So just a minute, let me go on then. And went over and they said, we thought it was brilliant the way you worked, just 28 people. So if you're in the studio, you're maximum 28, with your wardrobe, your makeup, sound, cameras. If you can do it on the stage like that.
God, what a good story.
Yeah.
Some people would have gone, there's only 28. I can't be bothered. I can't be.
Exactly, you should never do.
But then you wouldn't have got.
You wouldn't have got the gig.
Wouldn't have got it. We'd been still working the clubs. Well, I would on my own now.
Yeah.
Our first ever live podcast show, do you reckon there was 28 in the audience that day?
Not even that many.
Not even that many.
But it is that thing. And it's so interesting that, you can look back on a 60-year career and you can almost pinpoint an element and a time that's been pivotal. And it being such a small audience, but just having 2 people in who were the right 2 people at the right time, opening a door into a world that you never saw yourself going into. So you're in this world. You've got a producer and a director talking to you about kids' TV. What's the offer? What are they saying? What do they want from you?
Well, it was at first we thought, oh, fantastic! This, as I said, we'd like you to be in the next series of Roger the Dog Show. We thought, oh, brilliant! We've got a TV series. It might be on kids, but it's a TV series.
How big is Roger and the Dog Show? Is it like the kids' TV show of that era?
No, not really.
Because were kids' TV shows big before the Chuckle Brothers? Were they?
Yeah, but not as many. So if you broke through, it was
you get a chance.
Yeah, if you got a chance, there just weren't the acts. Now, imagine TV of that time. You've got very little on the Sunday. It's finishing at a certain time at night.
Yeah.
You've got 3 channels. You haven't got that much children's telly anyway.
No, there's only an hour on BBC and an hour on ITV.
ITV, that's all you had.
Yeah, there's no separate channels for it.
No. You're a long way off. So then when something breaks through as a kid, that's the one.
And it is the show.
It is the show.
It is,
yeah.
And unless they go out to play football or whatever, like we used to, they had nothing else to do except there's no computers, nothing like that.
No, yeah. You are watching that.
TV.
Yeah.
So they offered us to be on this show, and we said, oh, great. And then they said, we want to take you to show you the costumes we want you to wear. And we thought, oh, right, great stuff, yeah.
Matching outfits?
Yeah, so no, they took us down there, and it's the old, It's a Knockout. Do you remember It's a Knockout?
Yeah.
It was the costumes from there. There was this huge dog and a little basset hound.
They wanted you dressed as dogs?
Me as this huge grey one, and Barry with a little basset hound. Mine was like 3 times the weight. And they said, well, what do you want to do with them? Because they're funny. I mean, all those costumes, just to see it, you turn on It's a Knockout and you're laughing before you start when you see what they're wearing. And they said, what do you want to do with them? And they said, well, you be Roger the Dog's servants, butler and servant, whatever, bring in trays onto it. So it's a bit of a waste. These costumes are so funny. It's a waste just to do that. We do visual comedy with them. What do you mean? They said, well, like, the old black and white, still, the black and white stuff before sound. Silence comedy. They're so funny stuff. Loads of it. You do it with these. They said, well, can you go away and come back in a week's time and show us a few bits that you could do? So we did and went back and they said, you're in. We're going to put those bits in the middle of Roger the Dog Show.
So you bigged your part up that they basically offered you.
Yeah, they just put a yellow square around the screen and put the Chuckle Lounge game on, did their bit, smack in the face, fall on your back, bang, off, and then back to Roger the Dog Show. And it like 5 inserts through the show. And the end of the series, they went on a survey around.
And yours bits were the best. Because that happened. Because back in those days, you would have an act.
Yeah.
in the middle of a longer show, and actually the longer show wasn't the bit you were watching
Yeah.
for.
You were watching for the
You were
Chuckle
going,
Hounds.
yeah, you're going, here they go.
Well, she said that this was 1985, and the survey was over 90% thought the best part of the Roger Dog show was the Chuckle Hounds that came on in the middle.
Right.
So how did you convince them to get you out of the hound outfits? How did you say no more dog outfits?
Well, again, the thing is, Martin Hughes, who was our producer director,
yeah.
he got us to do because they wanted this Chuckle Hounds bit in the show. He said we'd have to do a pilot show to do it for ourselves, our own show. We're sent to London, see if we can get the money to make a series, Chuckle Hounds, which we did. And
Chuckle Hounds.
well, we had to get the name
I
in.
know,
Chuckle,
you
You have
didn't
to
we?
get that name in, crikey.
So we were all ready to record the Chuckle Hounds pilot, and Martin came across. He said, "I've got something to say to you. Can I come across?" And he came over to the house and he said, "I've got quite a lot of money left over from the budget they gave me." He said, because he'd made it the way he's done it, he's saved a lot of money. He said, "How do you fancy doing a pilot of yourselves, the two of you?" I said, "Oh, please, we'd love to get the faces on rather than in these costumes." So we did that. One day we recorded the Chuckle Hounds, next day we recorded ourselves, our own show. And we went to Pantomime in Cardiff and got a phone call at stage door. Can either of us go? I went and answered the phone. It's Martin. He said, "Got some great news." He said, I've edited the Chuckle Hounds Christmas that we'd done. He said, "I've sent it to London and they've stopped the press." It was on the day the press was going for the Radio Times.
Yeah.
They've stopped the press. They're going to put it on at 5 to 12 on Christmas Eve.
Wow.
We said, "Oh, fantastic." Then he phoned again the next day saying that London had been onto him, and they said, "We've been studying it." They said, "It's not puppets, and it's not, they're not on, what's it? There must be
No,
somebody
it's
in-"
bloody me in the suit.
Exactly. He said, "There must be somebody inside these costumes." And they said, "Yeah, it's the Chuckle Brothers." He said, "Oh, have you got anything on them?" He said, "Well, it just so happens I've
Just
done
so
a
happens.
pilot."
Just so happened.
Yeah.
Here we go.
And he said, "When I finished editing it, I'll send it down to you," which he did. And 2 or 3 days later, I get a phone call from him again. We're in the middle of rehearsals for Pantomime still. And he said, "London, forget the Chuckle Hounds. They want to do a series of yours." Oh, unbelievable. You know, all these
All the
years,
Christmases
20
have
or
come at once.
24
Yeah.
years.
Was it 24 years
That's
you'd
how
been
long
going
you've been going.
Yeah.
until before you got that?
Got Chuckle.
Before you got your big
Wow.
break.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so
And then so you've got the name Chuckle, obviously, but then you haven't got Vision.
Yeah.
no, that was Martin's idea. It was a great idea.
Yeah.
You know, a television, Chuckle Vision.
Clever.
You know.
The biggie for me, and I mean, it will be for all of us here and everybody listening, the theme tune. Like how
Chuckle Vision,
yeah,
Chuckle Vision, Chuckle Vision.
Chuckle Vision. Who the first time you've heard that, have you gone, imagine if you've gone, "I don't like it, I don't think it's right." Like this, the theme tune's iconic, isn't it?
It's superb, yeah. Dave Cook wrote it. He wrote all the music for Chuckle Hounds and all the music and incidentals and everything.
Yeah.
For Chuckle Vision right the way through. But on the downside of that, when we're going to get Chuckle Vision, our own show, he phones again the following day that BBC Worldwide have decided they will pay for the money to make a series of Chuckle Hounds because they can sell it worldwide.
Oh, because it's no talking.
Yeah, it's just music, boom, 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 and all that.
So did
They
you have
sold
to
it
do
for-
both?
Sold it, yeah. So we had 1 year we had to do that, and then the following year we did our first Chuckle
Okay.
Vision. So we had to put it on hold for a year, which is not very nice, but it's all paid out in the end.
Yeah.
So first year of ChuckleVision was
87.
87.
Yeah.
And what was the last year of ChuckleVision?
2009, and then repeats finished 2010.
Wow.
23 years,
23 years.
Crikey.
How many episodes did you do?
292 plus a couple of Christmas specials and things.
And
It's a lot.
yes, a lot.
Yeah.
When people say, "What's your favourite one?" I can't remember. There's so many. Yeah.
This is the thing that we were discussing is you've got that concept of you almost doing the same thing in every single episode, just from different professions, different characters' perspectives, but it's always, and how did you keep it? How does it work? How?
Again, going back to that first I was on holiday in Rhodes with the missus, and phoned home to see how things were going. And Barry said we've been offered a Saturday morning slot, which was 8:30 on Saturday morning before going live.
Okay.
For the first series of Chuckle Vision. And he said Martin has said that they wanted 30 episodes to take it right through the winter season. And he said, I've told him there's no way we can think of 30 different subjects. 292 episodes later, we never repeated anything. So we did 15, which was nice. That was our first dip in the water.
And were they always about 15 minutes long?
The first ones were, first several years was 20 minutes.
Okay.
And then they cut them to 15. By the time you start watching.
Yeah, I remember them being about 15. Yeah.
Doesn't half make you feel old, doesn't it, really? When you
Well, that must be like, what is that like for you? As in, you go through life and you've got 3 different generations in this room alone who have all had you in their childhood. Like, what is that like?
Makes you feel old. No, it doesn't. No, it's brilliant. I mean, I go and do these 90s and 80s weekends at Butlins, DJ, because I DJ as well now.
Yeah.
I just do an hour's slot, going along.
Do you play Chuckle Vision?
No, I don't.
No, you don't.
Because there was something particular about, at that time, Saturday morning telly, there was sort of Tiswas and the Swap Shop. You two remember, there was something very particular about that. And what also happened was the people who were presenting it would sort of grow up, and the audience would grow up, and then you would have moved on.
They all moved on.
So there's something very particular for you to be able to sustain that for so long, through so many generations. It's almost like that children's telly was almost like a pop career. You had 3 years and then moved on.
Yeah.
Whereas you managed, like you're saying, to go through generations.
And that's it's frightening, really.
Yeah, it's very unusual.
Nearly a quarter of a century.
Yeah.
It's really frightening. But I mean, we just made sure we never did anything that was dangerous.
Yeah.
We never went near electric plugs or kettles or anything, fires.
Wouldn't have been very Chuckle, would it?
Exactly, it would be great.
But at the time...
We kept saying we should do an evenings programme where we do go up and do
that.
Chuckle after hours.
Because that's something about...
Moving piano downstairs.
To you
It ended after one series. Because that's something very particular about Corrie's, that Corrie obviously started with kind of 6 eps and now it's gone as long as it has. So I can imagine when you started the show, you probably had a series?
We hoped we'd get 1 or 2 series out of it. That's all that's all you can hope.
And
for.
then every year, were you expecting, but that will be it now?
Yeah, we did up till about series 6 or 7, in about 93, 94. The head of children's at that time was a lady. She was really nice. And she invited us for lunch at the Ivy in London. We thought, hello, she's going to say, that's
we're
it,
getting
thanks
binned.
anymore.
Yeah.
Don't have pudding.
Yeah. We had dinner and everything. And then she said, the reason I brought you is I'd just like to tell you that I want ChuckleVision to run as long as you can do it. Whenever you've had enough, just say so. But as far as I'm concerned, it's there every year. You can do the scripts every March, blah, 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 and on. And that was forever.
And you just had a way of working, did you, that you knew what you were doing? Like
every early March we'd have a round table.
Writer's
meeting.
room type, yeah.
Yeah, there was John Sale, me, Martin and Barry. And we'd throw around ideas. How bakers? Oh, yeah, we could be bakers. So, ridiculously.
Yeah, just any profession.
Yeah, I'll get everything totally wrong as usual.
What?
Have a great big mixing pot. There's a load of flour in here. Sure, there's enough.
What? Where do you go from having an idea and a script, and what is you and Barry on set? Like, where's the line of what's written versus what is you and your brother on set going?
Well, yeah, there's a few changes again.
Yeah.
Obviously, the scripts, you get them and you say, no, that's wrong, that's not funny. Do it again. I think they got a bit fed up with us sometimes, But we got to a point where we'd get script writers that knew us.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they would write the way ChuckleVision works. But then we'd throw in gags when we got there, all these accidents, knocking things off the wall with the ladders and things like that.
Yeah.
We just did that on set.
Yeah.
So do you think there's an element, you had 23 years before, did those 23 years really inform the rest of that time to make ChuckleVision?
Oh, definitely.
So actually, you needed, bizarrely, those 23 years.
On tour.
On tour,
theatre.
honing an act,
Yeah.
knowing
Yeah.
that something hasn't worked. We can find it. It will work.
Yeah.
We will get it. And maybe that's what get you the next 23 of your
does.
show.
And there was no way we were going to lose it.
Yes.
You know, after
Yes.
all those years of slogging around,
Yeah.
we just put 100%,
Yeah.
110%, if there was such a
Yes.
thing, into
Yeah.
everything we do, the writing of it, the working of it. You know, it was, it just happened out of the blue.
And also
you know.
understanding what it was. So not trying to make it something, not change it,
Yeah.
not just, that's what it is and that's what we'll do.
Exactly. I mean, my dad was a big influence really on us. He didn't want us to be in the business because he slogged for donkey's years. In fact, story on Dad, he did 398 live broadcasts for the BBC radio before TV.
Yeah.
And in early 1939, he was doing a program called Workers' Playtime, and he finished a joke and it was as smooth as a baby's bottom, which was a funny gag. I don't know what the gag was, but tag was smooth as a baby's bottom. 2-year ban from radio.
Oh, really?
Wow.
For saying baby's bottom on the radio, live radio.
Wow.
Can you imagine now?
2-year ban.
2-year ban.
2-year ban.
Luckily,
We've thought about it. It's 2 years.
I better not say that on Saturday, otherwise I'll be out. I'll have 2 years off. On
2
the
years,
sidelines.
yeah.
But then again, the war broke out in '39, so it
They
didn't
needed
matter.
him back on.
Yeah,
He was back on
Yeah.
afterwards.
He was in the RAF and he was doing the gang shows
Yeah.
for people.
In all that, in that entire career, and obviously there's more that we want to go into after this break, but my kind of like lasting question to you on
To me,
on
Tell you what, it comes
It's
up
so
more than you
quick.
think.
It's
So
amazing
fast.
how many
So
times
quick.
And I
it's
didn't
like,
realise
me,
you'd be
it's
so
a-
good at it. Like you're
It was
quick.
coming upstairs to the studio and there's a guy getting out of the lift
Yeah.
and he went, "Oh, what did he say?"
He said something. I
He
don't
said
know.
something.
after
He
you
went,
and
after you,
and
and he
you
went,
went
after
to me.
That's what I love is you did it slightly quietly,
Yeah.
so we would get it, and he wouldn't really hear.
No,
So
I
he
think
walked
he-
off and went, "Did he just?"
I
say
think
that?
the guy,
Is
you
that
could see the
Paul
guy's
Chuckle?
face
Is that Paul
going,
Chuckle?
is that
Me to
Paul
you?
Chuckle just saying
said
very
to me,
good.
to you.
in it all, if you had to summarize it, if you had to give it a word, a feeling, what would it be?
What?
What?
Like,
What?
no,
What?
as in, like, when you look back at what you've done, and I know you're not looking back
I would
because you're
say
still
amazing.
looking for, you just,
Yeah.
yeah.
Absolutely amazing. It really is.
I suppose there's also a time now we're looking back, like you're saying, you're doing the 80s and 90s, you're revisiting that we're looking back on that time now with you and saying, actually, you've marked something pretty significant because it's not replicated now.
No.
Yeah, and I don't.
It won't ever
It,
be-
it won't be
Yeah.
replicated.
We were so visual.
Yes.
Yeah.
you know.
So then it becomes something. Well, that was of its time, and that is it.
Yeah.
There won't be another ChuckleVision.
I'm amazed the repeats have stopped.
Although we're looking at maybe, hopefully, cross fingers and everything, getting a Chuckle world out there
Okay.
Yeah.
with cartoons of me and Barry and
So the
all
X
sorts of
being
stuff.
cartooned back,
books
yeah.
and all sorts of things.
How
And that's
cool.
hopefully, fingers crossed, on the go.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
Nice.
On that, we'll take a quick break. When we come back from the break, we're going to delve into more of Paul's life. Back from the break, still in the company of TV royalty, Paul Chuckle.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
We're in the arms of Chuckle.
Paul, what I want to know, because we're famous faces, you could say. And when
Thank
we've,
you.
When
Oh,
we've
well,
been
no, thank you.
around,
I've watched you for 60 odd years.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that.
when we've been around the world, there's various places that we've been recognised, that we've shared on this podcast, and we wondered, what's the strangest place you've been recognised?
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. That's there's lots of places. Gents' toilets. Oh dear.
The toilets is always a great one, though. Midway. You saw me at Duran Duran. Do you remember? The guy who came to the urinal
Yeah,
next to me.
stood next to you and had a full chat, and I
you were
just sneaked
laughing,
off. I laughed off, washed my hands, and left. But has there ever been a time? I suppose what's interesting about being recognised for you, you've had such a long career, is the generational nature of who's spotting you.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, there's even granddads and grandmas
Yeah.
used to have the kids come round to their house after school and they'd sit with them watching ChuckleVision. So they're now like in the 80s, 90s, even more older. So all generations come up and say. I mean, there was once I was in the gents' toilet just enjoying myself. And this guy next to me did a double take, went, "Aren't you Paul And I ended up with a wet leg.
No.
To me.
Not to me, get away.
Jack was, you were in the Sistine Chapel, weren't you?
Sistine Chapel, I got recognised.
You're joking.
Yeah, a guy asked for a picture with his wife, and they said I'd made their holiday. And we were in.
They weren't looking up, just straight there.
Yeah. I was like,
Someone asked me in the cemetery of my nana's funeral.
Yeah.
They were walking the
I know
dog.
it's awful.
Yeah, and you're like, just a minute.
Yeah.
Got my hands full at minute.
Yeah.
And the thing is, they usually say, "Sorry for interrupting in a minute, but would you mind having a photograph?" I say, "Well, yeah, I was just having my dinner, but yeah, go on then." Yeah, you get all that all the time. But I mean, that's part of
It's
what we do.
part of the fun. It's part of the gig.
You still do panto.
Yeah.
So the work is you, isn't it? It's everything to you. You
me.
still want to work. Thank you.
Yes.
Well, I tell you, you can't help but walk
You
into
can't
it.
help but say,
And I'm dealing with a champion. What I've realised, I'm dealing with someone very
You're
sharp.
up against
I suppose what
it.
I'm trying to say is, it absolutely is your life. You're still performing now. So that is you, purely. It wasn't a thing where you started in the stage, you get ChuckleVision, then it's stopped.
No.
You're still working.
Exactly. There is a reason for that. Mortgages.
Yeah, but also, it's you, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
You being on stage.
And I enjoy it, you know. I mean, you wouldn't do it if you didn't enjoy it, you know. But yeah, I enjoy it. Filming, I love filming. I've got a couple of episodes of Madame Blanc Mysteries to do this year again.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Filmed in Malta, Gozo.
Nice.
That's really
Yeah.
nice.
That's
Yeah.
nice.
I do odd one-off TVs. I do also Mastermind and all those things.
Yeah,
MasterChef, quarter-finalist.
Yeah, you were.
Was ya?
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah,
What
quarterfinalist,
did you
MasterChef.
cook?
What's finalist? And the only 8 that
Sam
start.
Wellington was my star bit.
There's only 8 that start.
You instantly a quarter.
No, there's 5 that start.
Oh,
First day they lose 1. The next day they lose another 1. And then there's 2 days of 3 of us. And they cheated.
did they?
Go on,
yeah.
tell us.
There's a girl. No, I better not say it. She'll probably listen.
Has it already been on TV?
Oh yeah.
Oh, has it? It's been
Don't
on.
say the
Don't
name.
say names. Don't say
No, I
names.
won't. No,
You were robbed.
Yeah.
Should have been you.
To me.
Not to me. No, to you.
Do you still watch TV now and think, I'd love a go at that? Like, are you watching any shows thinking,
Yeah. But I mean, there's a lot of ageism anyway in television.
okay,
A
yeah,
hell of a lot. You know, it's lucky that Ken is still on.
still going, yeah.
Bill, yeah.
I mean, they're not going to have him on Total Wipeout, but they're still,
No.
Bill's still working, and Corrie is a program that suits it. But surely for you, like, I mean, I was chatting to your wife as we were walking in, and she was talking about how much.
I didn't know that.
Sorry, I didn't want
To
you to
me.
find out like this. Yeah, she was talking about how much you love Traitors. Like, would you
Oh,
see yourself there?
I would love to be on Traitors. I'd love to be.
Could you
I
imagine? if-
can't work out whether you'd be great.
Oh, terrible!
Oh,
terrible.
Could you imagine
I
Paul
can't work
Chuckle
it
as a
out.
traitor?
You
though?
could be amazing. I couldn't
to
in
meet
any
you
world.
round the round table.
You'd be so upset if you found out you were a traitor.
I know,
You'd be
I know.
gutted.
I-
You'd be saying to me, Ben, I am not a traitor. And I'd be like,
I
if
would.
you are, you destroy me.
I know. So, but I'd let you know if I wasn't. Honestly, I'd
See? Look at that.
Would you want, if you were on it, would you want to be a traitor or
I'd love to be
faithful?
a traitor.
Would you?
Oh, I'd love to be a traitor. I mean, let's face it, Alan Carr made that show this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was brilliant.
Oh, he was
He's
absolutely
brilliant.
fantastic. Laughing every time they say, "You a traitor."
Yeah.
But could you imagine everyone's heads if Paul Chuckle was a traitor? Like, could you
Too
imagine that?
much, yeah.
Yeah.
When you're on stage, when you're doing panto, do you still get the same buzz as you did when you started? When you
Yeah, you do,
Yeah.
because the audience gives you that. I mean, as soon as I walk out there,
Yeah,
they all
they're
go,
all-
you know, because I said, every age group that goes to a pantomime grew up watching ChuckleVision, except the under 18s.
yeah.
You know, they've gone now.
They're what they're doing.
Yeah.
That, yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, they were 3-year-old, 18-year-olds now.
Yeah,
We're only 3-year-old when ChuckleVision finished.
Yeah.
So there's still a lot of them, and I get so shocked when they go, because the mums and
Yeah.
dads put them on YouTube. You know, everything's on YouTube now.
Mm.
And they watch it.
In ChuckleVision, it was full of visual gags. There must be some story about it going wrong.
Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Now you're talking. We were filming in Scarborough. We were doing summer season in Scarborough. And we were filming from 7 in the morning till 5, 6 in the evening. Then going doing a show in the evening and back to bed again. Really tiring. And we'd shot 7 episodes over 3 weeks. Doing this every morning, 5 days a week. Tiring. And we got there on the Monday, which normally is straight out filming. Martin took us for a cup of tea. We thought, what's a cup of tea? What's wrong with... He sits down. He said, in those days, they had the camera, one camera we had. There was one lead went to the recorder and one lead went to the monitor. So Martin's the director, and he sat looking at the monitor. Everything's fine, brilliant. That perfect cut would go for the next scene. He went back after 3 weeks, went back to Manchester.
And they weren't recorded.
Edit it. It's all in black and white. one of the cables, one of the wires in the cable had snapped. It was all recorded, but all in black and white. So we had another 3 weeks of the same ones to do.
So you had to redo it.
We had to rechange how we filmed it, otherwise it would have been really boring. So an extra 3 weeks. I mean, the money was all right, getting an extra.
Did they just pay you again? Yeah.
An extra 7, because we've done 7 shows.
So somewhere in the BBC archive, there is a series of Chuckle Vision in black and white.
I've heard of that.
Yeah.
The Holy Grail, the black and white Chuckle Vision.
Yeah.
Out of you, as brothers, who was the strongest? Who had the final say on what you would do? Were you both pretty good?
We were pretty much even.
You're
right
pretty
down
much
the
even.
middle. The only thing I can say about if Barry didn't like something, he'd say, we're not going to do that. That's ridiculous what he's saying there. No, we need to tell him. So I was the one that always had to go and tell
giving the
whatever.
message.
And there was one time, I can't remember what it was about or anything, but and I said, listen, we don't want to do that because blah, 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 blah. Oh, well, why? And I said, well, don't be Barry. He said, no, it don't bother me.
Oh.
Right under the bus threw me. But I mean, no, we were great. We were brothers.
Yeah.
We very, very rarely argued. We just, we were just mates.
Yeah. What did your older brothers stay in the business?
Yeah. They're up till Barry passed away in 2018, and then Jimmy was the eldest brother. He passed away a year later. Brian's still around. He's 92 now.
Wow.
Living in Kent. Yeah,
so they had a full career as well. Your older brothers when they were right.
Yeah, as the Patton brothers. Well, they were both, one was in the Dead End Kids and one was in some other show. Again, a bit like boy band type things. Back in the late 40s. In fact, Jimmy was in the business when I was born.
Wow.
Mum, I don't know what happened to the telegram, but Mum had a telegram from Jimmy who was doing summer season in Llandudno.
Yeah.
And just congratulated on another baby brother. He was doing a 16-year-old.
Yeah.
In this life that you've lived of touring, what is the worst venue or worst place you've obviously you remember that venue of 28 people. What's that worst one you've had?
Probably Working Men's Club in the northeast of England.
Tough crowd.
They were awful. I mean, there's one place, Red House Social Club. It'll still be around probably near Sunderland. And we walked into the dressing room, noon show. Noon and night. Went for the noon show, midday. Walked into the dressing room. It's the smallest dressing room, but every wall was and names. I died here. We died horribly here. Even on the ceiling, death to us.
Confident.
All this everywhere. And oh, great! When it says noon show as well. 600 men in there with the papers and the pipes.
No one laughing.
No women. We thought, we're in trouble here. So anyway, it went on. The first gag we did was, I remember, shall I do the gag?
Yeah, go for it.
Said, I went to the races yesterday. Everybody said, did you? And I said, yeah. I said, came the last race. I was not one winner. I was down to my last £5. And I saw Lester Piggott. I'll back Lester Piggott. I said, I just wanted to put it in. I got down and prayed. Our Father, Holy Grace, let Lester Piggott win the race. Put my £5 on. Went to the rails to watch him going up. Got down and prayed again. And Our Father, who art in heaven, let Leicester win at 100-7. And the race start. White flag went up. The rails went up and they're off. And the voice over the loudspeaker said, and Barry'd go, this is the voice of the Holy Ghost. Lester Biggott's been left at the post. And the whole place erupted, every single, because it was a sporty gag, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So you found them.
Fell about. We must have been 2 or 3 minutes waiting for him to settle down after this laugh. We thought, what's all this? The dressing room here. Oh, they're not doing the right stuff.
Yeah.
Anyway, by the time they settled down, we did the next gag. They all just went. We did the next gag. They still sat.
Nothing.
4 gags. We went down the line, and then they started to talk. And what you got for dinner when you get in? And all that stuff. We're about 6-7 minutes into the act, and somebody threw an ashtray on the stage. Play the number, please.
Get the
Bye
self.
Bye Blues. Did the tap routine, and off. Started to get changed to go home. The concert secretary comes in the dressing room, and he says, "What are you doing?" So, we're getting ready to go home. Why? Why? So we've just died horribly.
Yeah.
He said, no. He said, they obviously love you. You have a look out there. They're still all here. They'd go home if they didn't like you. And it was still packed in there. So worst thing was we had to
go back on for the
Here they
second
are.
half.
Not a titter. And they all started, get off. And all that sort of started coming at us. So again, quick song and dance and off. But we got paid. So, but that was probably the worst ever.
They'd have kind of liked that little thing, though, of you being up there and then being able to not laugh and take the piss type thing.
It's like they'd set it up.
Yeah.
It just felt like they'd set it up. Let's laugh at the first gag we all do.
That's good.
Well done. Yeah.
That's good.
But the nice thing now, I like to, give back.
Yeah.
And things. I do a lot for Marie Curie. And this next month, March, I'm doing a tour from John O'Groats to Land's End for Marie Curie.
Okay.
Walking?
No, you're joking, aren't you?
Unicycle. Visual gags.
No, we've got a chauffeur and a big Rolls Royce is taking us down. No. No, we're going on buses and trains.
Right.
Buses and trains and stuff. We're stopping off at Glasgow, Bradford, Birmingham, Penarth, Exeter, Plymouth, and then down. And just meet and greet people for Marie Curie Daffodil Appeal.
Nice.
And quite looking forward to it.
When's that?
March.
That's March the 3rd. We kick off from Land's End, March the 3rd. But I mean, they put me forward for an MBE.
Letters after your name.
Yes.
How was that?
So it was fabulous getting a letter that's saying, you're being invited to be a member of the Order of the British Empire.
When did you find out then? Did you find out in the honours list, or do you get a little phone call before?
A letter in November.
Right.
Okay.
And you have to
Keep
agree
quiet.
to it. You have to
say whether
you accept it.
you want it or not.
Mm.
And the thing was, I was working down in London. I was going on the Tuesday. We were getting the train to London, because, park in London, forget it, leave your car at home.
Yeah.
Getting the train down. And we normally get like a 10 o'clock train, but we thought we'll go on the 12 o'clock because we're not going to be there till 7. So we'll go on the 12 o'clock. We were lucky we were, because at 11 o'clock the post came and it was there. And we had to acknowledge and say yes by the Thursday. We wouldn't have been back till the Saturday. So
you wouldn't have got the
letter
MBA,
would have been on the
basically.
floor.
Would have passed it.
So, and
We
your
asked, but we didn't hear back.
MBE then?
We need to hear from Chuckle. What's he said?
What's he doing?
No reply.
He's playing it cool.
Is your MBE for service to charity?
Yes. That's
Not for services to television?
No, that would be the OB or the night.
Okay, so we're still waiting
that's
for
in the
that.
post.
You just all need to
I
put
see
the
what you
letter
did
forward.
there.
Don't you?
Knighthood.
We're the knighthood. We'll get you in.
And then Lord.
Yeah.
Lord Chuckle.
Lord
Yeah.
Chuckle. Lord Chuckle's a good
Little
one.
chuckle of comedy.
Before we let you go, Lord Chuckle, I want to do a quick game to finish.
Hello.
Okay, it's really easy.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to say a list of things, and all you have to say is to me if you like it, and to you if you don't like it.
Oh, right.
Okay, nice and simple.
Yeah,
Quick
simple.
fire.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay. Rotherham United.
Could you repeat the question? No, sorry. It's to me.
To me, if you like.
It's a good. Right.
To me if you like it, to you if you don't.
No, is that to you or to me? Because you said to me if you like it. To
It'd be to you, wouldn't it?
No.
you. To you.
No.
Yeah.
You repeat.
No.
To who?
To me.
To me.
So you say
Not
to
to
me.
you. When you
if
say
you don't like
I
it,
have
you
to
say to you.
I have to say to me
If you like.
if I like it.
Yeah.
Not to you.
No.
No,
that's
if you
don't
don't if
like.
you don't like it, you
If I don't
say
like it,
you say
you.
I say
To what?
to you.
to me. Yes, I know what you
He's
mean.
got you. He's got you,
Got me
Bernie.
about 15
You've been
times.
chuckled.
I have
He's
been
got you
chuckled.
there.
Deep breath. Right.
You invited me.
I did. Quick fire. Rotherham United.
To me.
TikTok.
To me.
Traitors.
To me.
Voice notes.
To you.
Remakes of classic shows.
To me.
Theatre touring.
To me.
Selfies.
To me.
Social media fame.
To me.
Modern day kids TV.
To me. No, to you.
Practical jokes.
Yeah, to you.
DJing.
To me.
Working with family members.
To me.
MasterChef.
Oh, to me.
Podcasts.
To me.
British seaside holidays.
To me.
Panto.
To me.
Well done.
Well done.
Yeah,
Only
well
one
done.
to
There was
you.
only one to you, wasn't there?
Yeah. Paul Chuckle, thank you very much.
No, thank you.
What a great guest. Thanks for coming on and sharing what a remarkable career it's been, and long may it continue.
It's been fabulous.
Yeah.
And if we were coming to Manchester on that tour, I'd expect you to come down and
we'd-
say hello.
yeah,
We'd be
yeah.
there,
We're not
yeah.
Bradford and Birmingham, so
All right.
Instead, we'll
No, look.
we'll
We
see,
don't travel.
We'll
No,
see you
no.
in the Traitors Castle instead. We will.
Oh, yeah,
cool.
we fully cloaked
And
up.
we'll go.
And as soon as I see you, I'll go, I know he's a traitor. I know he is. He told me.
But then I'll get me sent out and I'm only faithful. I said, lads, I'm faithful, I told you.